This is the time we come together to keep our country safe forever. Open up your heart, let us go another ease. Something what we need to make something. Let's all stand one another. And let's do it together as brothers and sisters. Together, we won't have what we survive. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make a stand. And to celebrate and have a peaceful home. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home.
hotlbr.com.
This is the time we come together to keep our country safe forever. So open up your heart, let us true love come in. Cause love is all we need to make us stand. Let's understand one another and learn to live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have a peace of mind. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make it stand. And to celebrate and have a
Yeah, sing the link.
love is all we need
Yeah,
to
click on that link and follow the instruction.
stand.
I link you can you sing the song.
Celebrate and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia,
Yeah, you can have one of the browser that you got. You
it's our
can use Safari browser,
home.
you can use the wirewall
Let
browser.
us keep it
Yeah.
standing.
But when you go in it, you'll follow the instructions.
The one and
Then you
only
have to see
home
it how it brings it
that
on.
we have. Sweet
Yeah, you can
Liberia,
use Safari.
land of
Yeah, then use
liberty
Safari.
is our home. Let us keep it standing.
Alright.
It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home.
hotlbr.com.
This is the time to come together to keep our country safe forever. So open up your heart, let us true love come in. Cause love is all we need to make us stand. Let's understand one another and learn to live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have a peace of mind. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home.
Why?
Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that creates Liberia. Land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that creates Liberia. Love is all we need to make it stand. And the celebrated heaven before home. Love is all we need to make it stand. And the celebrated heaven before home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that creates Liberia. Land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that creates Liberia. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have go home. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have go home.
hotlbr.com.
This is the time to come together to keep our country safe forever. So open up your heart, let us true love come right in. 'Cause love is all we need to make us stand. Let's all stand one another. And let's live together as brothers and sisters. Without togetherness, we won't have a peace of mind. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that creates Liberia. Land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that creates Liberia. stand. And the celebrated heaven is so on. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate in heaven is so on. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. The one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia, land of liberty is our home. Let us keep it standing. It's the one and only home that we have. Sweet Liberia. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home. Love is all we need to make it stand. Let's celebrate and have a peaceful home.
A pleasant welcome to all of you guys joining the broadcast. Wherever you are, however you are following, I want to say thank you for being with me on another edition of the Dakpannah Show. I'm excited to be with you. It's so good being back with you on the nation's premier platform where we discuss the issues that matter most to Liberia. I want to say thank you. Welcome to the broadcast. Tell a friend to invite a friend. Please help us share this live. This is your one stop shop for accurate, balanced, and credible news and information. I want to say welcome to the Dakpannah Show. If you don't know who I be, I am your one and only, the Unified Cable Perspicacious Dakpannah. I'm broadcasting to you from on top of the world. Welcome to the broadcast. Wherever you are, however you are following. I know you guys not see me yet. Yes, you guys not see me yet because of the overlay from the banner, but just relax. I will definitely take that down shortly. But I want to say welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. And today we'll have a guest with us. Yeah, she is um, a female intellectual par excellence. So she have agreed to join me and to discuss some of the issues from the motherland. And she will tell you guys more about herself. And I'm also expecting Mr. Prince B. Williams as well. We all know Prince Williams, and Prince Williams is a supporter of Alexander Cummings. So he will be here also. We'll all be discussing all of the happenings in the motherland. So welcome to the broadcast. Tell a friend to invite a friend. Share it live. Yeah, let's do it for our country, Liberia. It's about the national discourse. So let me try to take the banner down, but share it live. Tell a friend to invite a friend. Okay, I got Prince here. All right. Mr. Prince B. is also here, a strong supporter of Mr. Alexander Cummings. Mr. Prince Williams, you got the background noise, you got to control it. But welcome to everybody following the broadcast. So let me take the banner down and then we go straight into the discussion because I have my two guest panelists here with me. All right, let me try to get down the banner so we can kickstart the discussion. All right, try to get it down. So welcome, welcome. Continue to share the live. Welcome. So let me try to get the banner down. All right. As I said, but I want to say welcome to all of you guys for the broadcast. The Dakpannah Show is a thought-provoking and stimulating talk show that discusses the topic of national significance, focusing more on the issues that matter most to Liberia. Everything Liberia and Liberian related. On the Dakpannah Show, we solicit the views of everywhere many Liberians, no matter which part of the political divide you may be, no matter your political leaning or political affiliation. We afford all the opportunity to come here. Let's discuss the issue void of personal attacks. We discuss the issue and not attacks. On the Dakpannah Show, we speak words and we do not shoot bullets. This is a conduit to promote peace, reconciliation, and national unity amongst us all. Share the live, tell a friend to invite a friend. I want to say welcome to the broadcast. Okay, I want to say welcome to all of you guys following. My dear friend, Mr. Prince B. Williams. I want to say welcome. Are you getting me loud and clear?
Yeah, Dakpannah, I'm getting you loud and clear.
Okay, Mr. Williams, thank you for joining the broadcast. I'm excited to have you.
The pleasure is mine, and I'm glad. Thank you for the privilege.
Thank you. Let me introduce my friend. I will allow her to introduce herself because this is her first time appearing on the show live in studio. I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining. I'm excited that you accepted my invitation to join me on the platform. Welcome.
Thank you, Dakpannah. Are you getting me?
Mhm. Yeah, we are getting you.
Oh, okay. So,
Mhm,
yeah, I want to say thank you for the invite. Although this is my first time, but
mhm,
there is
mhm.
always a first time to everything.
Yeah,
And
and we also know that you're not a stranger when it comes to the happiness in our motherland and discussing it. I know you are well versed with all of the happenings back home.
so, so for those
Yeah.
of you that are in Radio Land listening, I'm Nadi Waller
Hmm.
from Liberia. I don't know
Okay.
what other introduction will you love for me to.
Well, I think that's sufficient.
Uh, okay.
Do you have any political party affiliation? Are you from a particular political party or you are independent mind?
No, I'm independent for the job I do. Um,
Okay.
we don't attach ourselves to any political party.
Okay.
So
Thank you. Thank you. So all of the views expressed here will be very independent, unlike our brother Prince William, who is a staunch supporter of Mr. Cummings, a die-hard follower of Cummings. Mr.
Yeah.
William, am I
By the
lying?
way, I'm also independent, but I may not do the job that Nettie does. So I reserve the privilege to support who I want to support, and yes, I indeed support Elizana
oh,
Cummings, but I also an independent too.
okay.
Okay. Independent slash Cummings supporter. But anyway, I want to say I appreciate you guys for joining me on the platform. So that goes straight into the discussion. But before we go into it, I got a video. I don't know whether you guys saw that video. A lot of things happening. The world is getting crazy nowadays. Things are happening. Strange things are happening. I saw a video where a guy is I know having love affair with a dead chicken.
Hmm.
He said that's from Liberia. I got that video. It's from
Okay.
Liberia. I don't know why I know you guys came across, but why would people be doing that? You know, according to the information, the web every time the web started to notice that screen things happening because they have a poultry, chicken poultry. You know, the guy can go there, take the chicken, and kill the chicken and do stuff with the chicken, and then they can cook the chicken. I don't know it's of a ritual purpose or why I really don't know. So
Hmm.
this time around, the web been noticing it as the story goes. The web been noticing it. At the end of the day, she decided to put a surveillance camera to monitor the guy activity, and she did it, and she was able to see the guy doing that. You know, with the chicken and all that kind of thing. I really don't know. Their chicken, not even living chicken, but even chicken. Why would you? The video is all over the place. I saw that video. I thought that we could talk about it a little bit because I really don't know where we headed to. I don't know where it's coming to an end or what. But You can go ahead and have your say as it relates to that. That's a side attraction. So,
Well, for my take, except maybe he
mm,
has some motives behind what he did, or maybe because of ritualistic stuff. I don't know. But I don't know why on earth
mm,
would somebody want to have an affair with
mm.
animal. Yeah,
Chicken, yeah, animal, the
yeah,
dead one.
for that matter, dead chicken. So I think maybe it has to do with some ritualistic stuff.
Mm.
I think for my
Okay, yeah, Prince. Why you say to that?
Well, I was hoping you play the video, so but
You
you say
know
you
the
have the
thing
video,
about,
so
yeah, the video, yeah, but screen, yeah, I'm not too used to the screen, yeah, yet. Every time I try uploading video, it don't work. Yeah, so I'm trying to see how I can really get to know how to do it. But I got the video, yeah. Yeah, I saw the video.
and so
It all over Facebook.
the web bought herself her CC camera, right? She took the advice
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
president.
A surveillance camera. I don't know whether she took the president advice, but she got one to monitor her husband because strange things were happening in the home.
Well, that just means that the president was right. People should buy CC camera, man. At least, if that woman had not bought a CC camera, maybe she wouldn't have got the bill.
I mean, we're talking serious thing here. But why would somebody want to even think about of doing that?
seriously, it's crazy.
But you said that it should be ritualistic, so that will explain why
Yeah.
people do a whole lot of ritual things.
No,
They are
that's
told to
what
do
that
a whole
was
lot of
my
things.
assumption. I'm
So
not too sure whether it is. I'm just assuming.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I saw the video. One of my friends shared the video with me. I said, "Wow, what is this?" And then I called. She explained another what? But anyway, a lot of things happening in our country, and I don't know why we should go with the latest breaking, or we should start from down and go up, or we'll start from up to go down. What you guys think, Mr. Williams?
let the lady go first. They say ladies first.
No, what I'm saying the news of all the happenings in the country. Do you guys
Yeah, I
want to start with the
understand, but
breaking,
I would prefer the lady
or
have the
you want
first
or you
word.
want the okay to have a first word? Okay, go ahead and Nadi.
So we could discuss the training issues.
Okay,
Most recent.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
Prince, what you say? You
Like
concur?
Liberian women, like what his name Steve always says. Liberian women are the most beautiful women in the world. They're the most powerful women. So I would just concur with
Okay,
Nadi. That
That
way I
was
can save
okay.
myself all the trouble today.
Okay, no problem. Myself, I concur too. Yeah, because I agree with Steve that Liberian women are the most beautiful women in the world. But so the latest breaking news: President, we have finally responded to Senator Prince Johnson. Senator Prince Johnson been speaking out for weeks, attacking the government, attacking President Weah. He even spoke on the VOA. He been having press conferences, and to the extent that recently he parted said that the government is after him only because he has since declared that he will no more support the coalition. So people want to kill him. And then he didn't start that he appeared on Spawn, you know, alluding to the allegation that was made by his party that people want to kill him from the government. So it's like President we are feel frustrated. President we are told was that okay, most of the things that the man can talk about, he can say from the pulpit. So I will also use the pulpit to address him. Even though President Weah didn't call his name, but President Weah spoke, call him a killer. President we also said that he can't kill Prince Johnson. He's not a killer, but it's like maybe all the people that Prince Johnson killed back in the days that the spirit trying to hunt him, to kill him. And President we also alleged that Senator Prince Johnson want him to give a certain amount of money, which he is refusing. That's the reason why Senator Prince Johnson has since gone astray. He's speaking out, he's condemning the government. President we also said that the money that he will take to get Senator Prince Johnson, he will use it to liberate people and a lot of things. What do you guys make of President Weah's statement in response to all of the barrage of allegations made by Senator Bridges. Let's start with Nadi. Nadi,
Also, this come around, the gentleman will come first, and then we are African, so we put our men ahead of us first.
also, you're pushing him back and forth. Okay, Prince, the woman says you should go.
Well, thank you very much. First of all, Nali, I want to welcome you. I feel it's a privilege to be a panelist and discussing the
Mhm,
issue of Liberia with you. And I want to thank you very much for availing yourself. A lot of time we notice that only the men are often vocal when it comes to Liberia, the issue of Liberia. The
yeah.
women tend to say, "Oh, they don't want to be part of the politics." And sometimes I agree because the hostility that is in the politics, some of the women, our women are not treated respectfully when they give their opinion. But I'm glad you brave you braved the time and took the courage, and you are here. And it's a pleasure and a privilege to be discussing with you. And my name is Prince Williams. I do reside in the United States in Tennessee, and I am a supporter of Alexander Cummings, and
Mm.
I'm not a member of his party. I'm just a supporter of him, and I'm an independent, and I'm also a presidential aspirant
Twenty
for the foreseeable future. So thank you very much. I'm a career engineer. I do electromechanical engineering for a living. I'm a family man. I'm married. I have children. I think one of my sons is peeping. He's peeping in here now. But thank you so much to be with you, and thank you very much for Dakpannah for availing of the privilege and opportunity to be here tonight.
Okay.
On the issue of President Wias's speech, perhaps
Mm.
what I would say shade at uh, uh, Prince Johnson because of Prince Johnson's stance.
Mm.
I think go play on the other side. I think the president's office is the office of the presidency is a very high office, and what is expected of the presidency is that you hold it to that high esteem.
Mm.
Uh, if he wants to address Prince Johnson issue with him was addressed formally. Prince Johnson had a press conference and discussed it. He took questions and answers from the press. The president, we all want a response to that. He should take this in courage to have a press conference and address and discuss it with the nation instead
But
of
Prince,
hiding,
but
instead of
Prince, on many occasions he used the pulpit. That's where he started from, attacking the government, the president from the pulpit.
yeah, it's true. But in this
Mm.
instant, as we're speaking in reference to what we're discussing,
Mm.
speaking to that effect, and I think,
Okay.
and I only holding the president feet to the fire because of the office of the presidency, and
Mm.
I think that he should instead of hiding behind the pulpit, and this has been very habitual of the president. The president often use the pulpit where the word of God should be preached, where the word of God should be exalted, where people should be lifted. He often use it as a political podium to be able to attack his opponent and speaks to your opponent in ways that is not acceptable in terms of the privilege that is awarded to the office. I mean to the church. The church is a sanctuary, and that's why when you do something wrong, you go into the church. It becomes a sanctuary, but the person is not using it as it is, using it as a pulpit, which is wrong. I think.
But Prince, sometimes I listen to people saying that politics started from the church. So why is wrong with President? We are speaking to the issues from the pulpit.
It's a fact that politics just started from the church, but as far as I can recall in the Bible, Jesus went there and drove it out of the church. Jesus beat the politics out of the church. So it did start from there, but Jesus drove it out of there into the street.
Okay, all right, Prince. Let's go to Nadi. Nadi, you prepare now to to put your points through as it relates to the discussion, this topic.
Yeah, not much to say, but I think, yeah.
But Daddy, are you afraid? You sounding afraid now.
No, I am not. I am not
Okay, go ahead.
afraid.
Mm,
My take here is that the
mm,
presidency is the highest seat within any country. And
mm,
so, especially looking at our country now, wherein we are gearing towards elections,
mm,
and the ruling establishment, I guess, wants to maintain power. And
mm,
so, there are other important things they should be focusing on than or saying that it's not back as tend to be corrected. But I think I listened to the press conference when uh Prince Johnson and his party members were
mm,
interviewed by the press when they were talking. I did
mm,
not see any evidence or anything in particular that indeed he was threatened by the ruling establishment or they want to kill
mm,
him, whatever.
mm,
There was nothing. It was just saying and stuff like that, either assumption or maybe somebody want to think that because I'm backing off and so my life is at risk, or maybe
mm,
based on previous happenings within the country. But my take here is with the presidency. There are more important things that they should be thinking on now instead of just responding to every trivial matter that is not backed by evidence or that does not even have the propensity of adding any values to
mm.
the presidency or the party for that matter. And besides that, he was saying something about the church. um we agree, like the saying goes. I'm not too okay with biblical quotation to know whether politics started in the church and so forth, but you could use your pulpit constructively, especially in this time, this arena where we are all preparing for elections. So the president being a stand-up barrier, I stand to be corrected, but I think they had a nomination stuff for him, and so he's
Yeah,
nominated
yeah, yeah.
already.
They
So being
renominated
a
him.
stand up, yeah, so he being a stand up bearer and a religious person, to be precise, a preacher, he could use his pulpit constructively, telling people why they should vote for him and stuff like that. And if even if he's pressed to the extent where he's obliged to clear out some trivial statement made by his opponent or somebody within his party who is trying to back up for serious reason. I think he should be able to exemplify himself or say to his congregation that whatever they are hearing is not true and stuff like that. But to use the pulpit, my thing is using the pulpit and desecrating it. Indeed, if at all I didn't listen to the preaching, so
Hmm.
if all such preaching was given by him to his congregation, leveling names at the senator, calling him killer and what have you, I think
So,
it's not fair. Uh,
so,
I'm saying
so
yes.
for the benefit of the discussion and the audience, I know it's all over the place, but I will try to find it and I will play the only the audio so
Yeah,
that
because I didn't really listen to it,
yeah,
but I think the puppet should be
yeah.
used to how you call it, educate people constructively and not to desecrate people images, especially you being a man of God.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right. So Prince, uh, I would like for you to make a comeback. Some people are saying that President Weah should have made some clarity to Senator Prince Johnson or respond to Senator Prince Johnson when they did the political rally where they renominated him. When he had the time to speak, He should have seized the opportunity to address all of the things that Senator Joseph been saying against him, but not to go to the church and try to address it. So, what do you make of that? You will be in speech, and then I will try to see if I can get this audio of the president.
Yeah, yeah, and it is true. I mean, whoever are saying those things, and I just like to concur with my sister here that indeed one of the things that is troubling is that the use of the pulpit, and she used a very word that I would like to also borrow from her, the desecration of the pulpit, and I would like to borrow that from her because that's what it is. That's the desecration of the pulpit. And bear in mind now, the pulpit is will use for, if you read the Bible, those all who study the Bible, it says is to exhort people, is to lift people up, encourage people. Yeah, you sometimes rebuke people, but that rebuke should be inconsistent with making sure that person or that individual's spiritual life is improved upon. So for President, we have to be in a constant habit. This is not the first time. He does it constantly. Since President we are ascended into office, he had never held a press conference. He had never had to tell that chat with the media. He had never taken answer. He had never gone on the radio and address the nation and ask the nation to have a conversation with him. But what he does constantly, he goes on the pulpit and he talks to the Liberian, his opponent on the pulpit. So that's a desecration of the pulpit, and we know
Okay.
that the pulpit is a sanctuary that helps to keep bridge the gap between our politics and our peace and our security. So when
All
he
right,
continues,
Prince, let me hold you there, and let's see if we can get this audio, and then we'll come back and wrap up on it. Hey, God. Oh, man, the phone are using somebody calling me on it. Who you are calling on it? Wow. President Weah is making a powerful statement. They will not give anybody a dime. But one of the things that he said, one of the things that he's saying that those people that was brought in by Senator Prince Johnson, that were recommended by Senator Prince Johnson, those of them that work in the government right now, if they chose to follow Senator Prince Johnson, they should know that their jobs will be taken away from them. So they should either decide whether they want to keep their job or they don't want to. Because when they follow him, they will not maintain the job. So, Prince, you listen to the president.
Yeah, and I'm glad the audio was not as good as I understand you're trying to manage things because of the technicality as well, but the audio was not as good. But I'm sure most people have watched and listened to that audio. Perhaps my sister
Okay.
has. But if you look in there, you see three distinct characteristics of President Weah that Liberian people never knew prior to electing him as president. The first thing is that Weah is he's very divisive, uh, uh, and when I mean divisive, in the sense that this man he's talking to right now is the man who held his hand, took him to Nigeria, introducing to his pastor, whatever arrangement, whatever they went over that they did, but were responsible of encouraging his entire people, the people of Nima County, one of the biggest voting bloc, to have put confidence in President Weah, George Weah at the time, and to have elected him as president. And he's telling this man now, he's talking to this man, he casting this pressure on this man, saying that this man is a blackmailer, this man trying to intimidate him. So that tells you that he's divisive. And then secondly, we all knew that President Weah to be peace ambassador. And what he's preaching is nothing is close to being a peaceful person. Rather, he's threatening and intimidating people. And that statement President Weah made is a violation of the Constitution
But
duty.
Prince, politics is interest. Politics is
I'm sorry.
interest. You cannot.
Huh?
I say politics is interest. You cannot
Well,
have.
no politics supersedes the Constitution of our country. Everybody under the
Okay.
Constitution have equal protection. You have a right to your job. So if the president is threatening people, if they don't support him, he will fire them, he remove them. That is a
But
violation. That's a gross
but
violation of the.
I
that
think I want to
that
differ
that.
with. I think
Okay, go ahead,
I
Nadi.
think I want to differ with Prince a bit.
Mm,
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
While it is true that there is no politics that exceeds the constitution of every country, I want you to also know that those that President Weah was referring to are those that he appoints. So they work
mm,
at his will and pleasure. So
mm.
obviously, if you are not on my boat, you're not with me in the boat. Obviously, I drop you. It's clear. That one. It has nothing to do with the Constitution. You work at my will and pleasure. So if you choose to go the other way, you don't want to support me, there's no need of keeping you. There are other people, that are supporting me that I think I should bring on board. So for that area, I don't think he's in a way against the Constitution.
And
But Senator Prince Johnson, Prince.
let me say
Okay.
that my sister make a strong argument,
Mm,
and she's right, and but this thing is being right and being prudent and being right are two things. Yes, they
mm.
work on his will and pleasure. Yes, he can remove them whenever he chose to remove them. But if he threaten them, that's why I'm talking about threat. Or if you don't, if because Supreme Justice doesn't support me, or if anybody, if your leader, if your man for your party doesn't support me, so you're gonna follow him, I will I'll remove you. That is threat, and that's why I was basing my point on under the equal protection clause. You can't threaten somebody. If you don't do this for me, it's a pro
Uh,
quo. You can't do that.
but Prince, that was the arrangement that brought them to that position. There was an agreement that they signed, and they all decided to go with that agreement. So Senator Prince Johnson wanted to break the agreement, Then I think it's just fair for President we have to let the guys go since President Senator President decided to break the agreement, not to live by the agreement. So he decided that okay, if you leave and you say your party is not supporting me anymore, that's fine. But all the people that you brought, if they
So,
follow you, they will leave as well.
are you saying that President Weah is willing to risk the vote and of confidence from the entire people of Nima County by taking such a
But
stand?
but you listen what he said. He said if they decide to follow Senator Prince Johnson, so if they continue to support him, then they will enjoy being with him. They will enjoy his confidence. But
I think
if they
I think
choose to
I
follow
think
Senator Johnson,
I think that
mm,
statement is fortress. That's what I want to
mm,
believe. Yes,
mm,
that
mm,
that's having some sense of responsibility, some sense of
mm,
obligation. You work at my will and pleasure. While it is true that I'm in marriage with your political leader or whatever. So if your political leader decides to leave the marriage based on reasons best known to him, he
mm.
should go. But you who was brought in by him and you working for me and you chose to leave the work and go along follow him, then obviously it means that I'm not going to keep you on board. Then you go with him. So I think that statement is fortress. Seriously, it's just the reality. So you can be double gimme while you working for government.
No, well,
Because
if we
If
want to look at
I'm coming. If you chose to be a loyal steward to your political leader, then you should hold all fighter constant. Despite my job or despite me being appointed by the president, I think my loyalty is with this individual. And so since he's not in this marriage any longer, I'm going. I don't have time for the job. But you can't be with the person and at the same time on the other side. Nobody will want
yeah,
to accept that.
listen,
Prince,
let me clarify
yeah,
this.
Before I come to you,
When President Weah's
Prince,
statement, when
Prince,
President Weah's
Prince,
statement, yeah,
Prince.
yeah,
Before you lay your thoughts, let me say this: those guys they will be working in the government, but they will also be campaigning against the government. What sense will it make that you are being a government, you be denigrating the government, you be saying negative things about the government?
And you
So don't
still
you
want
think
that
it
government
just
to keep you because
yeah,
you are employed or because
definitely there's
you
politics.
do it.
if we
We are
look
not
at it
talking about civil servant here. We are not talking about civil servant. We are talking about
We are
political
talking about
appointee.
appointees. Yeah,
Hmm.
okay,
they are
if we look at it that way, because I'm noticing that we are
Mm,
looking at the contractor agreement and the breach of that contractor agreement between them. But
mm.
if President we is it if President we are saying that in his second term, or is he saying now they will be immediately dismissed?
Right
Okay,
now, he said it
but then
clear. If
if
they
President
follow Prince Johnson, all people
if President
that
Weah
key,
does that,
they need
if President
jobs.
Weah does that, if the President Weah does that, that will be in breach of the contractor agreement they had. They
No,
had a contractor agreement that led President
yes,
Weah to the presidency. That contract
yeah.
agreement ends. It ends based on President Weah ending or President Weah first term.
Oh no! So even if the person is not whoever that is appointed based on the contract agreement, and that person is not going by the book, they should still be there because the contract says from the beginning to the end. That what you trying to say, Prince?
Yeah, that's a contract between the coalition. That the contract is signed between the coalition. They signed a contract among themselves that contract brought President Weah to the presidency, and that contract ends when President Weah tenure ends.
I think there
And
was some
and I learned that the contract is supposed to be renewed, and one party is refusing to be renewed. So
The
if
contract
that
ended,
happens,
Prince. The contract ended last October. It
okay,
ended last October.
the, the, the contract ended last October.
Hmm.
So it means that there are no more binding under that contract. Is that what you're saying?
They didn't renew it, and Senator Prince Johnson is refusing to renew it. He said
Okay,
that they will not renew it because there are a lot of things that they agree upon and it didn't come to fruition.
And he's at liberty. He's entitled to whatever he says. You can't force him to renew a contract when those
Mm,
things you put her on the
mm,
book, he did not see them being implemented.
mhm,
That's his right. He could choose to say, no, I don't want to form part of this because everything we had down, jotted down, we did not implement them. So because of that, maybe except he gave a way forward until this
mm.
can be done, then I won't be part of the so-called contract or whatever they have.
But one
Just
okay,
from
please
a
go ahead.
just from
Mm,
an opposition
mm,
perspective, I
mm.
think that it just a sort of maybe this normal political in-house fighting. I feel that they will fix the problem. I feel that all the just showing share each other. The same thing that happened in the CPP.
Mm.
They will mend the fences. They will come together. Prince Johnson will support he will endorse We will give Prince Johnson the money he need. Prince
You
Johnson need.
really think that will happen with the war of wars?
I believe I believe that will happen. And like you often say that politics, right? And that Liberian politics. I want to. I'm of the strong conviction that President Weah will give Prince Johnson the money, not the money that Prince Johnson wants, but you give Prince Johnson the money that Prince Johnson to bring Prince Johnson back on the table. And mind you, Prince Johnson is a single individual. Is a party. The party.
But Prince, one may say a lot of damage has already been done. So Prince Johnson coming back, it will just
Yeah, but a lot of damages are done in the CPP. They still
mm.
calling for CPP unity. So that's politics.
And there's nothing impossible with Liberian politics.
That's you. I
So
agree.
Nothing is
I can
impossible.
say today on the record on this show that Prince Johnson and will mend their fences. They will get back together. Will come here and Prince Johnson will come here on the radio and tell you that although he had a difference with President Weah,
Anyway,
but his party had made a decision, and as an institutional man, he will support the decision of his party. And Jeremiah Coombe and the rest of them will support the Windows Weah, and
if
Weah will pay that
if,
money. Weah will pay
if
that money
possible,
yeah.
I really don't know if it's about money, but anyway, President, we have said it. So yes, you're
But
right.
I myself didn't know
But Prince,
it was about money
yeah,
until President
yeah.
Weah mentioned it. We heard
President,
it
we
from
have said
President
it.
Weah.
So yeah, you said it. So that's where you can run with that. But the fact of the matter is that President Prince Johnson is consistently inconsistent. So anything can happen. But let's move on to the one more point on the discussion. I wanted to bring it to your attention. The fact of the matter is that.
Well, hold on 1 minute. Although
Mm,
Prince Johnson
mm,
is inconsistent, consistent. However,
mm.
not all agree that President Weah too is desperately consistent, and
Well, I
he
don't know
needs
that
Nima
one.
County.
When we
He
talk
needs
about
Nima
desperate,
County.
like only
President Weah
one
cannot
person,
survive without Nima
Prince.
County.
When we talk about desperation or desperate, now only one politician would know. I don't know President we are to be in that
Do
category.
you think President Weah can survive? Do you think President Weah can survive without Nima County?
W- no, I can say that he can survive without Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson is not Nima.
Uh-huh. Prince Joseph
Okay.
is not Nima
Well,
County.
listen.
Mm,
Are you
mm.
sure that Prince Johnson is not Nima County?
He's not because look
Okay.
at the just
How,
ended. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Look at the just ended election in District One where Jeremiah Cool came from. He was defeated.
all right. So, well, I'm happy to hear that Prince Johnson is insignificant and irrelevant at this time because that's
No,
what I'm gonna
that's
say
not
Ben
what we
Munchu
are
doing.
No,
saying.
no, 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 no,
That's
no.
not what we are saying.
We doesn't play with words. That's what we say.
I'm glad now to the CDC now are seeing Prince Johnson irrelevant and insignificant because that's what I'm
No,
gonna say Ben Munchu
No,
for.
but he's saying
no.
that he asked to leave. He pulled out.
And President, we are saying you can take the door. I don't care.
But there was a lot of negotiation and he refused to listen. He himself said it. He himself said on VOA that a lot of party officials from the CDC been reaching out to him.
But from President, we have message in the church. It is a clear indicator that President we have seen Prince Johnson to be irrelevant, insignificant, and he don't want to deal with Prince Johnson. And
Yeah, but our politics now.
I'm happy for that because Prince Johnson has held a grip and a hold on the people of Nima County. it's about time that grip and hold be diminished. And a President we have found a way to diminish that and don't see Prince Johnson insignificant. I'm glad that Prince Johnson is not insignificant to President we are.
And one thing we should realize here too that President we are there is a ruling government we're talking about. He got access to the 50 political subdivision. So it's different than being a just mere opposition candidate. He is the head of the ruling party. So, but anyway, let's move on. No, before we move on, let's stick to the topic. I want to bring something out again on this topic, this talking point. Senator Prince Johnson was accused by the United States Treasury Department for pay to play. Don't you guys think that for all of the things that he been saying, he will be falling into more trouble with the U.S. government because he been saying one of the reasons why he putting up because the agreement that they came out to appoint officials to do this, to do that. He talking about even 7.5 million that the government owing the country. Don't you guys think that he will be heading for more trouble with the U.S. government because why everything he's saying that is what they accuse him of doing.
Well, everything he's saying now, there's an accusation against him by the United States government,
Mhm.
and I believe the United States government has all the evidence to substantiate their allegation. But with regards to what Prince Justin is saying now, it is not consistent with what the United States government argument is, because first and foremost, Prince Justin is speaking on the legal terms that they had, the legal agreement they had as a coalition
Mhm.
that is written on paper that was signed and agreed upon. And if you're saying that if you want to tie that to what the United States government is accusing Prince Johnson of, then why is the United States government not accusing President Weah of the same thing? Because then President Weah is part of the pay to play. Why is President Weah been exonerated and been exempted? So I think the pay to play issue with regards to Prince Johnson is specific and is directly involved with him. But in terms of what he's saying now, no, he's talking about the money, the $7 million that was due to Nimba County. That money is not paid for play money. That money is meant for Nema County. It's on the budget. It's part of the legal appropriation means. This man's a senator. It's part of the legal appropriation funding. The agreement within the framework document that is with the coalition, those are legal
Mhm.
and written document that was certified by that brought them together as a coalition that was certified by the National Election Commission. So it's not consistent with what the American government is saying. Anything, but what is troubling is that President, we have revelation in the church tie it to. I mean, it's kind of complicate things. It kind of put President Prince Johnson under the bus. It throw Prince Johnson under the bus because President Weah is essentially saying that Prince Johnson is asking him for something extra than what he's saying on the cover, and he's not going to give it to Prince Johnson. So President Weah
Yeah,
is calling Prince Johnson into the
Prince,
American statute of pay to play.
but Prince,
President
but
Weah is
Prince,
indirectly telling the American government, "You
Prince, do
can't get
you
them from a bago. They may
Prince, do you
try
consider
to stop
Prince,
me.
do you consider that as Prince, do you consider that as showing him on the bus? He came up and started attacking the government. He been saying all the nasty things about the government. He even accused the government of being involved with killings. So President Weah was also right to come back hard. Don't you think so?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's true. I mean, yeah, it's true. But I'm just commentating on their play. I'm not gonna be part of the one. I'm not gonna be a referee. I'm just a commentator. What I'm saying, President, we are saying, President, the American people Macan get Prince Johnson off his back. Prince Johnson is a pay to play person. The Macan, the sanction not enough. The Macan arresting. Now what President we are essentially saying.
Okay, that Nadi, have your say, and then we can move on to the next talking point. Nadi laughing.
Now, I think let's move to the next talking point.
Okay. Pray Nari plead the favor. Okay. Now he said no way. The other one
Very,
people
very,
me
very
bar.
that's very wise. That's very smart. Yeah, she
But
not she
okay.
not coming to join the new
Alright.
Wahala here. The only reason I'm running my mouth talking here, I said the way here, America, yeah. So I
and
can
she up and and saying the big just in one of Nari bosses. Okay. But anyway, let's go ahead. We all saw on February 4th. It was a national holiday for seditions, and for me, I consider it as a mammon of crowd, or a wave of people that gather not only at the ATS but in Monrovia and its surroundings We also saw across the country in Grenadier, we saw Grand Bassel, we saw Lofa, we saw Bon Kante, we saw a lot of other part of the country where seditions, supporters of the government gather to re-nominate President Weah to contest, in this October 10 election. There have been a lot of mixed reactions as it relates to the turnout. Some people are saying people were paid by the government. The government paid people to turn up. Some people say the government threatening people that work in the government, civil servant, they were threatening to get involved with the rally. So I really don't know. But all in all, if you look at it from both angles and to stay in the middle, you'll say that it's a glaring fact that President Weah still has strength on the ground. He still has strength. He got people that still love him, and he's not to be taken lightly. So what do you guys have to say as it relates to the February 4th CDC holiday?
Yeah, for me, let me come in.
Mm,
Let me first of all in this public platform or medium applaud
mm,
the CDC-led government. Their strategy put into place was so unique to the extent that they did not only come out in their numbers, but they also sent a signal to the international community. 2 years back, if I
mm,
can vividly recall, we heard a lot of terrible things about the government. There were a
mm,
lot of accusations as it relates to killing, mysterious killings, um, uh, monies missing, misappropriation,
oh, I don't know. Maybe are you receiving a call there? Prince, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think
Okay.
she.
Oh yeah, I think she's receiving a call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Somebody from the government is calling her down, telling her to be careful.
My man, go ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
I, I,
Mm,
I think I was about to be put into a awkward position
mm,
because Nadi was basically, you know, eulogizing my point and was
mm,
kind of basically articulating what I had planned to say.
mhm.
So I'm glad that her line went off. So it,
She will still come back.
again, since that I'm just repeating what she said, but I too like to concur with her and say that indeed I do really commend, I do really were fascinated on the work that the ruling party put into place. But the thing is, one of the things that we fail to realize that, and that we do not take seriously into consideration, is that this is things that is expected. This is obvious. This is what we know this party to be of. Look, let me say to you, let me say the Donald Trump prophecy.
Mhm,
If I will run for president in Liberia and be successful, if any party I would decide to join to do that will be the CDC. Perhaps I might run on the CDC ticket in years to come. And the reason I say this because look, we all have our differences with President Weah
mhm,
because he's not a leader. He's a field leader. He doesn't have the leadership ability, and the people that are around him are not. They don't have the vision.
mm,
They are not full-sighted. They are egotistic. They are greedy. The only thing about themselves, they are selfish. But when you look at this, the CDC as a political party,
mhm,
this political party is a grassroots party, or that's what it was. That's how it was built. That's how it was intended to be, a grassroots party, or party for the downtrodden masses. Those
mhm,
people who have not, who have been given the short end of the stick, those people who have been treated, who have been not given the chance to have the opportunity to be the best they can be. That's why they party. You talking about people in Clarendon. You talking about people in West Point. You talking about people in Nukutan. You talking about people in Slipway. You talking about people in Bokanje. You talking about people in Kidman. These people that are forgotten, not the people who are in Morovia who have a little bit of opportunity, who are often enjoying the dividends of our centralized government and not our decentralized government. And that's what this party was established to be. Unfortunately, it was hijacked. It was hijacked by Weah and his gang of people who wanted to find themselves to power just to enrich themselves, including the Weah himself. And the people didn't know that. The people thought because he was part of them, he had the experience they experience. He's somebody who coming from the ghetto like them. So the people thought he was going to stand for them. But unfortunately, when he got into power, he only stood for himself. But the people still
But
believe in the organization. They believe in the party,
the-
and they still love this man with affection that is beyond not only beyond politics. So the fact that they were able to galvanize these people, use the massive state resources at their disposal. Do you remember that CDC before people used to print a T-shirt? Well, CDC print 1 million T-shirt. Now, if there's 1 million T-shirt that they printed, right? Each of the T-shirt will cost 99 cents. That's $1 million. And there's no way it will cost 99 cents. Even if it will cost 225, that's 2,025,500,000. Okay.
but
Not be
before the
conservative.
but
Listen,
Mr.
not be conservative.
Prince,
Not be conservative.
before hold on 1 minute. Before the February 4th rally, they did a launch dollar rally. They did dollar rally for the program where they came up. They asked partisans to bring in $1, $2, and they generated money for the program from the partisans. You cannot say it's the government because we saw them doing the dollar rally campaign.
Okay. And you saying now definitively that dollar rally will cause them to print 1 million T-shirt?
But that's what they said. They said they were doing the dollar rally in support of the February 4th
And
day.
I'm asking you, Dakpannah, you've been in this business for long. You know how Liberian people are very generous, how they can give money to any cause. All the churches, Liberian churches are one of the richest churches around town because the people give offerings and tithe. And
Mm.
CDC have been around for a long time. They have never been able to raise a penny before. All of a sudden, the political party, they
No,
raise the
that's not
dollar.
true. No, that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. They have done that many times. They have done that. They have
Okay.
done dollar rally even when they were in
All
opposition.
right, listen, for the sake of to spare the argument, let's agree that the
Mm.
people gave
Mm.
dollar, the people themselves pay the money. But I'm talking about the T-shirt. What do you think the conservative? What do you think the cost of one T-shirt will be conservative? I'm not talking about the hat though. I'm talking about something, just a T-shirt. Conservative. What do you think will cost? Give a conservative estimate of one T-shirt.
Well, I really don't know, but we will
No,
say,
I know you don't know, but just give a conservative. Just guess what one T-shirt would you think one T-shirt will cost?
well, we will say like $2.
So you're talking about $2 million right there, United States dollar, right?
Yeah, $2, and when you calculate it based on the numbers they talk about, yeah.
They said they printed 1 million T-shirts. So
But we're talking about LDU,
that two
but that
million United
LDU
States
talking
dollar.
about, yeah.
So
No, 2 million. That LDU talking about, yeah.
the T-shirt, the $2 Liberian dollar.
Oh no, that $2. No, that LD US, yeah, US.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. If the T-shirt $2
Okay.
US, that 2 million United States dollar right there, just for the T-shirt
Yeah.
alone. How much you think the barrel? How much you think the barrel cost?
Even if the government spend money, they are in power. You expect them not to support their campaign?
No, that's them. I just trying to figure out the amount that was
Mm.
spent. Okay, then when we figure that, then we can be able to see whether the money spent
Well, we really don't
is
know how much
proportion.
was spent. We really don't know how much was spent, but we also saw senior
No,
partisans printing T-shirt as well. We saw representatives, we saw senators, we saw other party hierarchies who are in position using their own funds to print a T-shirt. So I really can,
so what
I
what
really
what
don't
what
know
what
how
is the
much was spent.
conservative estimate for all the things they print, the barrel, the T-shirts, the What you
They
think the
are yet to
conservative
come
estimate?
up. They are yet to come up
That's
with
why
a
I'm asking
budget.
you. What you think your conservative estimate just from your guesstimation?
Well,
You are
I
guessing.
can't really I can't really say.
No, we
But let's
already we,
leave
we already
that.
agreed that it's $2 million,
Wait.
$2 million for a t-shirt. What about the barrel? How much is it? How many barrel cost?
So what you want to say? You want to say all 5 million
I don't
or
know.
30 million? Because
The only thing I can say,
because
okay,
they needed to print those t-shirts.
yeah, the printing cost too.
Mm.
So you think conservative about $5 million, right?
I really don't know. Maybe we could look at 30.5 or 30 million, 30.5. I really don't know.
Okay,
But for me, I really don't want to focus on this budget. That look at the issue.
okay,
President
but
William came up. Mm,
the issue
mm.
is tied to what the government priority is. So when you talk about the $2 million or $2.5 million they spend on t-shirt and cap, then you look at the money they spend on giving people, handing people money out to attend the rally, which evidence, a lot of evidence has shown, the video evidence. I give you, if you want to, I can send you a
Those
pictorial
are
evidence.
the guys are saying that that's a propaganda from the folks from the opposition doing that. That's propaganda.
So you're saying that the opposition people went into the CDC headquarters and had a ledger paying people money out? Is that what you're saying the opposition did?
That's why the guys are saying for the CDC those are
The
propaganda.
opposition went to the CDC headquarters, opened a ledger paying people money out to them. You saying the opposition did that?
But you think the government or any political party get that kind of money to pay all the people that we saw on the street? Can that really happen? Is that possible?
Listen, there's the government is in charge of the national coffers. Remember, there's a billions of dollars, United States dollar that got missing. I mean, billions of Liberian dollar that got missing. The 16 billion. Remember the $25 million that walk away somewhere to a carry, and no explanation for that. Do you know that $11 million was claimed to give for the rest subsidy? Do you know that the money is unaccounted for? Do you know that the $30 million for the road subsidy is yet to be accounted for? So you talking about giving people money up? The government print that money, and when government print money, they got certain money that is yet to be issued or put into circulation. These money were into circulation the time the CDC were running the endorsement. So I mean, you're talking about the government in charge of the national wealth of the country, and you want to question whether they can pay everybody. I'm not saying they're paying everybody, but we have evidence that they pay people. They get people. They don't have to pay everybody. You have to pay key community leaders, so the community leader can go out there and pay other sub community leaders, so they can rally people to come and pay them. So I mean, we saw there's evidence to that. I mean, do you want me to say those evidence? I can say you the
But that's
evidence.
but that's the same thing. But that's the same thing we will see when campaign is on. We see every opposition leader or every political party going up, paying people, giving people rice, giving people money, giving people t-shirt, giving people food, and doing other things. So
And we
what is wrong with that?
and yes, that still does not legitimize it. We still should frown on it. And if a government who claims to be a government of change, remember CDC came on the mantra of change for hope. Is that a change of hope? If you're doing the same thing that other people done in the past,
But that how you will convince your supporters. You cannot just come with sweet talk. You got to convince them with something. But it is not a threat. It is not a threat to the opposition community. On many occasions, you guys or folks from the opposition may say that President we have a zero president. He has sent far out with the people because of his poor performance as a president. He no more love for the people. But for what we saw is huge. Don't you think this should send a
listen.
signal?
Well, let me say this, okay?
Mm, mm,
Uh, well, when you look at the analysis, okay,
mm.
I will agree with the opposition when it comes to that. But that does not mean that CDC, a grassroots organization like I stated, still does not have its base. Remember, CDC has been consistently from the day it was established, has been consistently consistent to have 38% of the vote. Okay, so even if that 38% has been reduced to 20 30%, and the CDC put the act together, they able to galvanize, they able to organize and bring the other 30, a fraction of the 30%. Don't you think it will fill Anthony Thomas Stadium or stadium that take only and that take in excess 15,000 people? You don't think it will fill Anthony Thomas Stadium? Does that indicate that George Weah is not popular and that he's going to win? No, there's still a political factor. Remember, George Weah ran 3 times, and in those 3 times he was not able to get 40% of the vote in Liberia. He wasn't able. The only time he got more than 40% when he ran against Joseph Boakai, which was the incumbent Unity Party, he got what you call the non-partisan vote, the sympathy vote, and those who were banking their hopes on him. And he got 68%, minus 68% from 38% of George. We are constant 38%. That 30% of those people who said they try George, let's try and see what you do. When the people see his failure right now, you think the people are going to try him again? They're not going to try him again. So yes, any opposition say that Joe Weah lost the confidence of the people. They are right, but has he lost the confidence of his base? No, he has not lost the confidence of his base. Joe Weah base show up. I gave it to him. His base show up, but his base had never made him to win the election in Liberia.
So you don't think that from the huge turnout of the Liberian people, you don't think that they should send a strong signal to the opposition community or the opposition leaders or the opposition political parties that they need to step up their game because President Weah is still formidable?
I think it should alarm the opposition because where it shows that President Weah he still has a base. He still can rally his base. His base are still fully behind him. But the thing is, there's a fact that his base had never made him to win. President Weah base had never gave him the presidency. It was not his base that gave him the presidency. So the opposition need to be concerned and say, well, if the man still maintaining his base, we need to step up our game and we need to continue to convince those people who are independent voters, those people who gave President Weah the benefit of the doubt. We got to convince them that President Weah is not the right person. So that way we can make sure that President Weah, when you go to the next election, he will get a 38%, and 38% will not make him win again.
Okay. Okay. But the fact of the matter here is that what do you guys make of the discussion that is popping up that the opposition people, the only way they can defeat President Weah, they should work collaborate. They should come more stronger.
That argument is based on the premise of what you call political economics. Are you there? Okay, I don't know if Dakpannah is there, but if you are still watching, I see the show is still running. Yeah, are you there?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That argument is based on the premise of what you call political economics. Is also can be compared to the same thing they call judicial economics. For example, if you commit a crime and you go to court, if the judge asks you plead guilty or not guilty, when you plead guilty, your lawyer can strike a deal with the judge and say, look, plead guilty for judicial economics, so the judge can be lenient on you and give you a lesser sentence. Or you can plead guilty, you can plead not guilty and go through a lengthy trial, and at the end of the day, all that evidence come out, and the judge can even sentence you for full sentences. So let acknowledge our sister. Welcome back.
Yeah, yeah, now he is back.
Sorry for that break in. It was
Yeah, I know them.
We thought you ran all the data. We're about to call you now to see who can help with
no, in the US, obviously.
No, Nari, you know what the man said? The man said one of your bosses call you. He said, stop talking.
Oh, no, none of my bosses will do that.
But go ahead, Nari. You are making a point.
Yes, I was saying I'm commending the CDC-led government for their strategy put in place for this nomination ceremony. They actually did extremely well. To be real, I for one thought President Weah holding all constant fighter that he has lost the popularity, especially as it relates to Maserati County, that they claim to be their base or stronghold. For the past 2 years, you saw during the senatorial elections and by-elections how partisans of the Congress for Democratic Change voted angrily that brought the Senator Darius DeLone to power and other opposition. And so their minds were fixed. They were angry. So whatever strategy that the party executive used to have made them to have a successful how you call it nomination ceremony, indeed it was a plus. They did extremely well. For the opposition, I don't know why are they crying wolf. So all their claims are all trivial. They are petty matters. um the number of crowd, the amount of people that were over there, you say they were paid $20 and you
Mm,
have
mm.
a stage video all around the place and stuff like that. For me, I don't even want to dwell on that video because anybody can put people together and give them t-shirt and say and hold the money, because there is no way anybody can authenticate that identical person that was dividing the money, they were part of the Congress for Democratic Change or the Coalition for Democratic Change. There's no authentication. Anybody can wear CDC t-shirt and share money up and make a video and the public will
But
buy it.
but Nadi priest is saying that they were at the party headquarters distributing the money.
The video I saw that was trending on social media was not at the party
Mm,
headquarters. It
okay.
wasn't at the party headquarters. But my thing is, even the every rally, if you are taking people from their homes and bringing them on the street, obviously you should back their staying on the street. You need to give them money to sustain themselves. They need money for food, they need money for snacks and what have you, water and whatever. So that is not an argument. You go to my house and give me $20, you want me to go and how you call it, form part of your ceremony, your nomination ceremony. I could accept the money, but if
Mm,
I don't leave my home to go, you wouldn't tie my leg or put any crime on me or to do
mm,
anything to me.
mm,
So to say that people were convinced because of $20 US to leave their comfortable home, people in the past that have been complaining, that have been desecrating this government, a lot of terrible things been happening and people been scorning at the government and saying all sorts of things. In fact, they will vote them out, they will do this, they will do that. For those same very people, I was watching the occasion from start to end. People had
mm.
joy on their faces. You couldn't even tell from somebody look that they were forced or they were persuaded by any money.
Yeah,
People had
I saw people with
joy.
smiles.
People had
Smiles.
smiles on their faces.
Mm,
People were all
mm.
around celebrating. So for the opposition, for me, you guys need you actually need to put in more work. And I don't know whether you have the time frame. Seriously, you need to put in more work. If at all you will want to defeat this government to get them off, how you call it, power, then you need to work.
What more work can they do? We are just in a down meeting. We got like what 9 or 8 more months to go.
Yeah. So
Mm,
like I said, I don't think from my end that they have much time in their favor. But maybe they could go back and form their marriage. So you see, one of the things I always say to people, the Henry Costa led
mm,
1 million march, that COP 1 million
mm,
march they did. That
mm.
march gave relevance to the
You
opposition.
are talking about the June 7th
The June 7
rally.
protest, yes,
Mm-hmm.
that protest gave relevance to the opposition. It was because of that protest Liberians started laying on the opposition, believing that we had somebody that could remove the CDC-led government from power comes 2023. So that unique, how you call the thing, a platform that was set for them to come last minute to the time or year to election year and decided to go their separate ways and stuff like that. they brought in a loophole that gave the ruling establishment the power to penetrate. And it was because of that they had to strategize to come up with such a unique a ceremony. So you start crying war, you start crying, baby cry. They put get the people money, they put force the people from their home and stuff like that. And y'all go back. You still got small day time. Go and work. Go and strategize. Put something together so that the Liberian people can say, yes, okay, I think we got somebody that we can lean on. But until then, I tell you, with what I saw on the 4th,
Mm.
the ruling establishment is in a high gear.
Because
Seriously.
it was done simultaneously. It was all across the world, all
Oh,
across the
yes.
country.
I saw in Mankibi people gather in a very huge number and they were also
Mm.
celebrating as well. So the opposition need to work and let them start crying, that baby crying around here.
I know Prince will differ with you, but before we bring in Prince, I want to say you are listening to the Dakpannah Show or you are viewing the Dakpannah Show, you are monitoring the Dakpannah Show. If you want to call in now, just look the noise on the screen. You will see it moving. You will see the number moving gradually. Call that number and I will put you onto the number. You don't have to say we have been here for a few hour plus now. So we want to take your calls because we'll be winding down shortly. But Prince, you listen to Nadi. Do you disagree with some of the things that she said, or you agree with her?
Well, the thing is, I would not disagree with her,
Hmm.
but I would just give a different perspective
Okay.
because you can't disagree. You can't disagree just to be disagreeable. You
Hmm.
gotta disagree on legitimate argument. And
Hmm.
everything she said, it has some points to that. But
Hmm.
like when she were off, I know you. I don't know if you were listening or
Hmm.
with some of
I
the
don't
things
think
she
so.
discussed.
No, she
But
wasn't.
I did make an argument that I did give things from a different perspective. And
Hmm.
here's my perspective here. Yes, CDC did a great job. Yes, they were able to rally their base. They were able to rally the base. Key war the base. But CDC base had never been had never given any the leadership before. They had never made them successful in win the presidency. CDC base had always been 38%. Joe we have from 2005 to 2017 had always maintained he had never crossed the 30 the 38 the 40% margin. He had always maintained his 38%. So if that's where I agree with her that the opposition needs to be concerned that even even in politics, even when, as strong as your
But
base is,
but Prince, the multitude of people we saw on the fourth, we haven't seen that before.
well, if you haven't seen that before, then you haven't been around that long to know
Yeah, especially
CDC.
to add just for a country, county, not even
Hmm.
the whole country, but just for a county.
Well,
Hmm.
then if you say that you haven't been around long to see CDC, CDC are always on a party or grassroots party that always turn out. They always turn out when they are called upon. They always follow the party mandate. They always show up. The only difference
Yes.
Okay.
is you see the only difference you see in it now. It is exponentially and it is exacerbated because CDC now has the resources to do that. They are using the national resources to do that. They had national resources at their disposal. They had the ability to be able to move the mountains and exhaust the valleys based on national resource. So my point I'm saying is that 38% of the electorate in Liberia is not still a small number. Okay, it is a large number. It's a big number. Even if you get 15% of that 38% to show up like they show up today on Anthony Todman Stadium that only holds 15,000 people and in a mass capacity, they still did good. But my point is, I'm saying, how much has CDC based? CDC President, we are winning the 2017 leadership. Was not a base that made him to win. There were 30% of people undecided voters, 30% of people who gave President Weah the benefit of the doubt. But has President Weah performance and guarantee that these people will give him the benefit of the doubt again? No, no. And that's what the opposition come in and say. That's why I say I agree with all the opposition is saying. President Weah, the opposition is banking, and this is what the opposition needs to learn to do.
Mm.
There's a caveat in the message to them that they can't be banking on the fact that everybody is vested person. We are so they will not come around here. Look, Liberia is a country. 70% of the people they don't have job. 70% of the people don't have income. 70% of the people don't have food to eat. Anywhere there's a party taking place, they will sure to go to that party to have fun. I understand you said there was joy on the people's face. Who don't want to be happy to go sit down for once they have a day off and go have free food and free drink?
You think
Let's talk.
somebody want to stress themselves up,
Yeah,
who need to satisfy
yeah.
a specific
To
person, or somebody
satisfy
who,
somebody.
yeah, somebody who they are not happy with, just to satisfy
Yeah,
them. They
just
want
to
look
go
at we
satisfy
saw
somebody.
we saw
I don't
people
want to do
fitting.
it.
We saw
Yeah,
people fitting over there.
that's why I say that unless
Mm.
we bend, we trying
They
to.
were even interested to know that I saw middle-aged people and all older people.
Yeah, it's
And to
true.
add
It's
up,
true.
and to
There
add
were
up, Prince,
there were
to add
diverse
up,
people.
Prince,
But let me say
Prince, I
that to
also
you.
saw folks for
Let
the
me just briefly say
disability.
this to you.
Prince, Prince, before
Let me
before you
first.
go ahead, I also saw people for the disability community. They were there in the numbers.
Listen, look, I even saw chicken and all were part of the thing. There was a chicken out there.
No, 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 no
I mean,
chicken on that.
start naming people, disability people, old people, young people, Zogo, exactly. There were even chicken there. I saw chicken and all. So my
Where?
point I'm making, listen, I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I just want to be a
Mm,
sense of humor
mm,
so we can
yeah,
laugh about
yeah,
it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
my point I'm saying that it was
Mm,
well organized. These people show up, but these people are
That's
just
important line.
they are just we are base. He has a base, and they show
Exactly.
up for him. So
I think. I
what the
think. I.
opposition needs to.
Mr. Moderator. I think.
mm, mm,
Prince is agreeing to us. The bottom line is they did extremely well. Their
mm.
strategy work. That
Oh, I know you got it. Prince, I know you. I think you got another call again.
Well, yeah, the people gotta call and tell the tutoring hard, and they're doing great. They're
No,
doing great.
no, that's
So,
nothing.
Nadi,
Yeah,
my bad. Nadi,
interruption.
I'm sorry. Don't. I'm just joking. But yeah, let's listen. Dakpannah, I'm surprised you're telling me that you never seen these movies before. Were you not around during the 2017
To
election?
that, to that
No, no,
capacity.
wait. I come in. Were you not around during
Mm.
the 2017 election when Liberty Party shut down the whole of Morovia? When ANC shut down the whole of Morovia? Were you not? Were you not? Then you tell me, oh, we never seen it before. I mean, are you guys serious, or you can just say this thing just to be able to make yourself feel good? We have seen this movie before. Every party has shot. Unity Party has shut down Morovia before. Has shut down the whole country. We've seen it before. But how does it add up to the vote of confidence? What vote of confidence do people have in President? We are.
But we
How does
didn't.
it compare?
But Prince, we didn't see that with the retired suffering rally. We didn't see that.
No, that's a whole different animal. That's a whole different argument. It's different. It's a whole
How?
different
Because
thing.
we saw
It's
money.
comparing.
We saw
Listen,
you guys giving. We saw ANC
listen.
giving money.
It's comparing orange to apple. The rally was a
Okay.
political rally that was. Did you see any? Did you see any?
Prince, are you there? Or you receive call too? Okay. Welcome to the Dakpannah Show. Want to say we are excited to be back here. We are discussing the issues within the motherland. Okay, I see. Let me try to bring the folks back. Let me try to bring them back. So y'all want to call in? You can call in and have your say. I want to say welcome to all you guys that follow. Okay, okay, all right. I really don't know. We have this little technical difficulty here, but it's good. We're back. All right, welcome back. So let's try to bring the folks back on. Okay, let me bring Nadi back. You are back. Nadia, are you there? Are you getting me? Not getting Nadi. Yeah, so you guys can put your core shoe. Look at the screen, you'll see the number scrolling through. Look at the screen, you'll see the number of the core scrolling through. So you can have your say. I'm trying to bring all right. I don't know what's going on here with Nadi. We're not getting you. I don't know, we're not getting you. We're not getting you. Okay, let me see if Nadia, are you there? Yeah, I just unmuted you. Are you there? Okay, bear with us. Okay, let me try to. Yeah, let me see. Nadia, are you there? Nadia, if you mute her, you gotta unmute yourself. You are hearing me, but I'm not hearing you. So unmute yourself. Yeah, so you can call in. We're discussing the statement made by President Weah. He finally responded to Senator Prince Johnson. We all know that Senator Prince Johnson been speaking out against the government, against the president. He been saying a lot of things, making a lot of wildcat accusations against the government, saying a lot of nasty things against the president, even accusing the government of being involved with some killings, of it being involved with some mysterious killings in the country. So President Weah found it is how to respond to Senator Prince Johnson after weeks of attack by Senator Prince Johnson. So, and also we're looking at the just ended CDC rally, the renomination of President Weah rally. We saw a huge turnout. We saw a magmount crowd, oceans of people across the country. It was a total lockdown. Those are those are the things that we're discussing. So if you want to have a say, you want to discuss, you want to jump in, you can call in. Look at the screen carefully. You'll see the number scrolling through. Okay, I don't really know. I have lost my two guest panelists. I have lost them. I hope they will come back in. They will come back. So yeah, for me, my take is that I really don't know why it was right for President Weah to be finally respond to Senator Prince Johnson. One may say, well, President Weah only spoke, he didn't call name, but the fact of the matter here is that we all know that he was talking to Senator Johnson because Senator Johnson was the one that accused him of trying to assassinate him. He accused the government of trying to assassinate him. It was okay. These guys coming in. Let me see if I can. Okay, let me try to bring Nadi back. All right,
Okay.
Nadi, you are getting me now.
Yeah, I'm getting you now.
Okay, so go ahead. You was in speech.
Yeah. So what I was saying, I said the
Mm-hmm.
opposition need to do more work. They
Mm-hmm.
need to work.
Mm-hmm.
Or they want to unseat this government, then they need to get their hands on the dog and work more. But if you ask me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they have the time. Seriously.
Okay. All right. Well, I have one more thing that I want to talk about. But Prince is not here. Maybe he'll come back. But what do you make of the president making music? On many occasions, some of us we have criticized this government. We have criticized the president. He's the president of Liberia. he cannot be making music, but it's like President we are always he's not listening, he's making music, you know. What do you make of it? He came up with a music called Talk Talk Talk, targeting one Mr. B and Mr. C. Some folks in the opposition are saying that well is Mr. Cummings and Mr. Bwaka.
Mr. Bwaga.
But one may say, but President we could have been man enough to call the people names. Why he didn't call the name by calling their initials? But you think it's right? It's very good for the president to be making music?
Well, for me,
Mm,
looking at the kind of electorates we have in our country, looking at the kind of voters we got, the citizens we got, especially those ones that are in majority, like the youth, I think the president is using his music making as some strategy to get the youth over. Because
mm,
yes, if you just look at the entire world, people
mm,
relate information to people
mm.
very easily when it comes to music.
Music, yeah.
See the kids when the kids are in class, in the Western world, you will see the teacher standing on and just talking, but he or she try to dramatize whatever topic he has to teach, either through music, rhymes and
Mm,
thing, or you know, like
mm.
that. So for me, I don't know. I think the president during his spare time, he has observed that whenever his music hit, that's the time he gain more fame, more popularity
But,
and
but
stuff.
daddy, but daddy, you know that music is all about putting in more time. You got to put the lyrics together. So the time person will be taking to put lyrics together. He could be doing better things for the Nigerian people.
Better things is relative when you say,
Mm,
who knows, the president at the time writing his music and putting his lines together could be his spare time, time that he needs to rest and stuff like that. Obviously, when he's out of his office,
mm,
he's at home, then he becomes a family man, he becomes a father, he becomes
mm,
a husband,
mm,
and apparently his lines putting together help to ease his momentum, but I see it as way of getting the public attracted to him more and more.
okay. Prince?
Yes, Dakpannah, how you doing?
Mm. Yeah, I'm good. Why you why you speaking like you say you just come here?
I didn't want to hack my phone, my computer.
Now on the president making music. President we are issue he came out with I think two new songs. Know your Bible stories and talk talk talk. He talking about one Mr. B and Mr. C. I don't know who are those. But what do you make of the president continuous making music? What do you make of that?
Yeah, well, before I address that, like I was and discussing about we were discussing about
Mm,
the effect of the mobilization and the gathering of
mm,
the CDC partisan
mm,
and the impact, the effect
mm.
that might have on the opposition. I think the opposition needs to take that as a means of letting them know that if we were ever counting on the fact that because uh, in any given election when somebody comes to power, their base can either diminish or increase based on their performance in office. And if the opposition are depending on a person, we are dismal failure, is lack of leadership, and the kind of how regressive our country has gotten under his leadership. If they are banking on that would diminish his base, and that they would be able to just override him. This is a caveat to them to let them know that President Weah has the potential of continuing to maintain his base. But like I said, President Weah base have never put him over the finishing line. However, uh,
Mm,
it also should let the opposition to develop all their efforts to be able to make the argument more or less, not only just sit back and relax and think that everything will come together. Now, with regard to the opposition coming together
mm,
and defeating President Weah, I was telling you about the judicial economics and the political economics. When the
mm,
opposition comes together, there's the probability of them defeating President Weah in the first round is very, very, very likely and very high, evident to the Dara Dillon effect. And but if it doesn't come together, what it does that it gives President Weah, I mean, if the opposition come together, it makes President Weah may not even go to the first round, but there may not even be a second round, or President Weah may not even be included. But if the opposition doesn't come together, it gives
mm,
President Weah the upper hand to be able to make it to the second round, and make it to the second round. He, as an incumbent, is most likely that he could win because he's an incumbent. He has all the basic. He won the election, so he could win. So those are the change. Those are the downside and the upside for the opposition. Now, regarding to President Weah's statement, I mean, song and
mm,
writing, President Weah should
mm.
take cue that every time he made a song in the election year, he always end up being defeated, massively defeated. The first election when Jordan Doe died, and when he had the get running against
Polita. Yeah,
Florida, where
Polita.
he released a
Mm,
song in that same year, and behind the Labempo said, "Oh, wait now they took because like my sister said, it's a double-edged sword. It could work in his favor, it could work against him, and especially the way Labempo are going through a lot of trivial and difficult time. They want to see a serious person who address the issue, not making song
So,
and
but
throwing jobs.
by him making songs, does that make him unserious?
No, it doesn't make it unserious, but it makes other people who look at him and listen. And often when I'm talking, listen, I'm not speaking for partisan. I'm not speaking like an ANC partisan.
Mm,
However they fight that I support the coming, I'm not speaking from
mm,
partisan. I'm speaking from somebody like me who is sitting out there who had no party, but who support the individual political candidate because they believe in him. Who today tomorrow can change their mind anytime. Today tomorrow exam coming does not perform the way I like. I might change my mind. I might go to Tewan Gongo. I might support Tewan Gongo tomorrow. That's the freedom that I have that most partisans don't have. I don't have membership with ANC. So the only reason I support Alexander Cummings is because I feel he's the best alternative, the best option.
mm,
And next to him is Tewan Gongo. So if Alexander Cummings gets to a point that he doesn't meet meet the expectation that I have, I might even support Tewan Gongo. So there
mm,
are a lot of people like me out there, and those people are the ones that made Joe the win. So Joe doesn't appeal to these people. If you think that making song will address the people certified, a party will enjoy, a partisan will enjoy the song, they will dance to it, they will be happy about it, they'll go on the street. But you think people serious people like I mean people who are not partisan, who are supporting Joe based on his performance or based on what he's doing, you think they will be happy with him making song in this kind of difficult economic time where everybody are basically struggling? I think not.
okay. So you think it's wrong for him
No,
to keep making songs?
no, you're using the wrong choice of word. It's not wrong.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not wrong. Sometimes we ask questions. Let's ask question, logical question, not just.
Mm,
Uh, it's not wrong, but
mm.
it is expedient. It is prudent at this time. No, it is not.
But his supporters, they are vibing to the music. They're
And that's
playing
what I'm
it.
saying. But his supporter had never given the presidency before. 3 times they never gave him the presidency. The 38%. So you will need other people out there. Independent people like me. You think Joe are serious today? He reshuffled his government. He fired some people over there that are not performing. He restructured his government. He put into policy. He created transparency by declaring his asset. And he started putting some codes. People like me will want for him to continue what he's doing. I might change. I will say, okay, you know what? He's getting by on course. I think I can. Let's give him a chance. Let's give him a normal chance. He's getting by on course. But you think if you don't do that thing, you think I want to listen to music and dance to music. I want maybe to decide to support him. No, and there are a lot of people out there like me. 30% of the people that made him to win, gained the 68% in 2017.
Okay, we need to wrap it up now, but yeah, I want to wrap it up, and I still waiting people to call in. But if not, that's how to wind it down. Nadi, let me get your based on everything I've been talking about. Let me get your closing, and then we'll go on the prince, and then we try to wrap this thing up.
Okay, so for my parting comment,
Mm,
first of all, I want to say thank you for affording me the opportunity to come on your platform to discuss issues bordering around our country, Liberia.
mm, mm.
And I also want to say thank you to my, is it the co-panelist? Is he my
Yeah,
co-panelist?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I want to say thank you to my co-panelist, Prince, for his deliberation as well. Well, the bottom line is Liberia. We love our country. It is the only country we have.
Mhm,
We all, despite our political affiliation, we want to see the best comes out of Liberia. We want to have a country where we can go back home and boast of a country where we can see the less privileged, benefiting from the resources of our country.
mhm.
So whether the ruling establishment or the opposition, we need somebody that will think Liberia, that will love Liberia as their own, that will
All right,
put aside
all right,
politics.
Let me hold you there. Calls started coming in, and let me see if I can take this call. Caller, welcome.
Nadi
Yeah,
think about
hey, Papa.
love Liberia thing Liberia. Nadi sound like you
Yeah,
Joseph
yeah.
Baga support already.
Pretty, you got a caller.
No, no,
Caller, your
no.
name and where you calling from?
I'm trying.
Oh, John, I'm gonna get win.
Yeah, listen to topic and all those things. Man.
Mm,
My own opinion, I have to say, after really say,
mm,
President Weah is a human being. He's a father.
mm,
He's a husband.
mm,
And he got Liberia, a heart and Liberians as his children too. And he's taking care of Liberia too.
mm,
But after leaving his office, he goes home.
mm.
He got his own private time. Sometimes maybe that one ease the stress. Now maybe the feel settled for hour relaxing after a whole 8 or 9 hours of Liberia problems. Causing his mind, his grandfather, his weather, everything. When he's sick, he is still reaches it or whatever. That one ease his mind by making music. We got other person that go on basketball court, that go on volleyball court. There's seriously to that, he cost them all the seriously to that is great. They say, why you want a basketball court? He got a whole lot of America to take care of. He got all the Africa to take care of. Why is it that when we should, our own African president, they shouldn't do nothing, but on the first cell, now there should be on his mouth.
See,
On the first cell, you always just sit up on the first cell, and that thing that will be up. He will not think about his wife, he will not think about his children,
they
he will
got
not
them
have
to
no personal car at
John.
all, it will only be like you.
John, I'm gonna get
Hmm?
win. One may say due to the complexities of the problem in the country. So you can't have a
Listen,
president
Savannah,
who
before
can.
you were born, problem in Liberia.
Mm,
Before you were born, problem in Liberia. The president has to be like this. They need to take the helicopter and go to their girlfriend and all the time and come back. They didn't take like what? They didn't take like 24 hours on the heat. Or it comes to the other region. You should take, this is the only region in the history of Liberia that Liberian people are suffering.
mm.
Liberian people are homeless. Liberian people are dying. Only this regime. You know, sometimes I don't like to talk too much. If only Liberia will put together there, give somebody one day or the other sit in the chair and see how the country looking. We'll give it to the communists, the UN, the Johnson, the currency, so they can run the country, and then we see there will be no peace. The talk of Liberia is people are suffering, no job in Liberia, and we sit on the internet and disgrace our country and bring the worst thing about our country. Do you expect me to take my 20,000 and go Liberia? While I'm on the internet and see, oh, in position, opposition, with position, everybody sitting on the internet, and just disgrace me, showing country, showing the worst thing, that should take my 20,000 and carry Liberia to go to Liberia. Who in the right man supposed to do that? They say for the past 1847 at Bloody Federal, just then they're floating all Liberia. But the 5 years job we are calling Liberia, all the impact, all the jobs and the senators where it coming from. Sometimes we feel we need to think.
But
We as people do not let ourselves, we do not let to be the truth. We do not let to say the truth.
John Amaga Win, President Apri, who was just part of the collaboration, he said that the unemployment rate is very high on President Weah. That's one of the reasons why he decided to.
Yes, the unemployment rate is high on jobs. Yeah, I agree. One, because the 50,000, whatever thousand all making it high in that law, they're all less.
Okay.
And when they're leaving, they get all the 3, 4 jobs to them. One person has 4 jobs. Because one person can driver, they can washman, they can housekeeper, they can cook. They got security at 5 jobs. So one person taking 5 jobs, carrying it back to their country. And especially with 5,000 or whatever 50,000 for that, we going to all the jobs. So you expecting the country, or the next person, I don't have a big job here, the next person that comes in the country, we took 1 whole year to create chaos in the country. We took another half year for the second to survey the whole world. And just say job business is so well. How many people in Nigeria they say better application that you people qualify for a job? How many people in Nigeria qualify for a job? I don't talk about that people who is a person that get job. We should know a job where we set up application to get job. Even though say you get job, we should know what they say they put and they say, oh yeah, I show qualification for a job. How many of the people that are showing a job?
All right.
Whatever they say, on a job we are people suffering. On a job we are job is there. I'm not talking about study, job is not flipping go have jobs in love. You all make people there, they're housekeeper, they're all the person. What person can fight we need to sit up for that and reason.
All right.
Now because they knew we are a Kekula and Yakaro and Flomo in the corner, so it's the West corner. They harass me and they jaws me and they ure and they call me the set.
Okay.
And wait for another 24 years for the game here.
All right, Joe. Thank you. All right. I got another caller here. Caller, hold on. Hold on there. Caller, welcome. Welcome, caller.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
My name is John Wampier, calling from California.
Mr. John Wampier, you've been following the discussion. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dakpannah. You know, your show sometimes you can be educated, you know. One thing I would like to tell the Liberian people in the opposition in Liberia. Look, the opposition in Liberia always let to call means territory sedition, submission, you know. But CDC they didn't do that kind of stuff for them, you know, to pay back what they are doing to the sedition. But the thing I call you to tell you is that you know they show that you guys are on the topic like you guys are on about Prince Johnson and the president. The other lady was trying to say, I don't know, the president used the pulpit and whatsoever.
Don't you think it was wrong? Don't you think it was wrong for President Weah to use the pulpit to attack Senator Prince Johnson?
Well, you can say a attack because President Weah didn't call Prince Johnson me. There are a lot of people that fight war that accusing President Weah every day of corruption.
Mr. John will be a things.
Yes.
Things that Senator Prince Johnson said. That's what President Weah was referring to, was speaking to.
But then he called President, Senator Prince Johnson, no.
He didn't. But
he did not. Whosoever the camp said, you were it. He did not. You are not explaining a lot. Look, the press, the Liberian people, the opposition, they always like to put people here together. You always say, they always like to put people here together. Do not put President Weah and Prince Johnson here together. It will not work. They do it with the vice president. To put the vice president here, vice president here, and President Weah here together. They know to hate one another. It didn't work. Look, let me tell you something. Prince Johnson fight the war. He had not come to the Liberian people to tell the Liberian people, I'm sorry. You understand it? That's why when oh, it's me, and oh, it's better. And tell you that when people live, that when people are grown up, and people, more people die. But I'm sorry for me. And the only man that fight the war, that ever tell you that when people to forgive you, but please just say, I'm not saying up. The only thing, please just say, I'm proud about killing through.
Mm.
About carrying those that he came through for reaching for what for liberating people.
He can't do the liberate you people. He can't do the liberate you Nimalians.
No, he ain't liberate me. He ain't liberate me. That God the one gave my life. That God gave my life. What achieve? Say you keep liberate that be Liberian. What achieve to Liberian? Liberian alone get all the company. Because all the companies that have money, look at the country.
Mr. John won't be.
They are not together.
Mr. John won't be. Senator Prince Johnson is saying that he's no more part of the CDC. Are you not afraid that Nibanians will not go for President Weah?
Were he part of the CDC first? Let me ask you a question.
He was a collaborator. He was collaborating.
The only supporter in me is not only collaboration. The only supporter
he's not.
Because he said he did not run while he was running for President Weah was doing it to face road, to face all the infrastructure that he was doing. Because President have received money from this criminal who is indicted when you don't first go to you go to jail for 20 years central relative. $50,000 we say investigating. $50,000 can you repeat that $50,000?
Mr. Wambi.
He doing PWC is a level.
Mr. Wambi
get a lot of tactics.
Mr. Wambi, at the end of the day, Mr. Wambi, that's an allegation you're making. We don't have no facts, but coordination and collaboration is Okay, what I want to say to you before you go, coalition and collaboration is different. Yes, Prince Joseph is not part of the coalition agreement, but during the second round, the coalition collaborated with the MDR, so they had an agreement which he accused the President Weah of not living to.
Every second round is a vote sharing time. You are saying you know. If you and somebody carry on election, your conflict. Look at American election. Don't look at American election. I'm talking of two senatorial aspirants going head to head. What play game? That money. You know, rally all over. So people come up. Democrat and say we are raised 400 million for this 22 round. Republican will come up. We are raised 100 billion for this round. During the time of election, especially when the two non-opposite parties start, the next round are coming up. That money give. So you get to money give to be a coalition or collaboration. Every time the woman can vote, it's not close. You understand? You get woman for money. When money runs dry, that's a thing. Nigerian women are of nothing. On the multiplication of cover subtraction of money, the addition of enemy. The money runs dry, goes out of the window. That is being that puts them here free. Money runs dry, goes out of the window. So it's time now that you pay your key. That means when money puts in, put you wrong with change. Put is a typical name, all state does it. Now you see, the father to show. So the father to die, the son to die. So that's different to me. At the end of the day, you listen to me.
Okay.
You say Prince Johnson and President, we are afraid of you. They happen, they say something, they happen during the by-election or whatever, military election. You understand it? Prince Johnson carry after the fancy again, I don't recall it. When you start there, or President, we are not want to call it one call, this, that, all they want there, and he knows the woman that born the war, but the woman doesn't want to tell the woman, the woman, or the corrupt, any doesn't was corrupt. He said a lot of things. At the end of the day, why is that be? When you play President Wall, can't take the role.
Okay. All right, Mr. John Wobie, thank you very much for your
Yeah,
contribution.
thank you.
Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right, Mr. Wompi. So yeah, Nadi, let's go back to you.
Yeah, so the bottom line is
Mm,
Liberia,
mm,
and let us all work collectively. It is not one person work
mm,
to make our country the kind of country we want it to be.
mm.
Yeah.
Okay, so just hang on. I'll go to Prince. Prince.
Yeah, what's up, G?
Yeah, we are wrapping up now, so you can get you can wrap up all of what we've been discussing. You can give your final point, and so we can
Well,
call
first,
it a day.
Nari, thank you very much. It was a great engagement. I really, really appreciate you and the time and the civility. You didn't attack me. You didn't come against me personally. You behave very professional. And although I know you support Joseph Waka, but you didn't push your agenda
Oh
here.
no, I'm not supporting
but
anybody.
but Nadi, it sounds like you're supporting Baka because already you said it's just you quoting Baka. Think
Love
Liberia, love
Liberia,
Liberia.
love Liberia,
Oh
Think
no,
Liberia,
I don't know.
rules,
It
I the
just it
rest.
just it just came in my mind, but I was
Those
just
those
trying.
words, those words are
What?
attributed to Baka.
No, for the record, I'm not
Mm.
supporting any political party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Very
anyway,
independent. Mm.
in any case, you do sound like you should be supporting Alexander Cummings
Um,
because
I don't I don't know yet. I'm still observing the disco.
well, but anyway, thank you so much, dear. It was great, and I look forward to having this kind of conversation and discussion.
Oh yes,
And
I always try to bring on.
I'm agreeing with you I'm agreeing with you too much, and it may not go down well with the opposition. So I will agree with you. I would disagree with you on this one. I would disagree with you on this one.
Mm.
and
Which
and,
one?
and eh?
Which one?
The one about Think Liberia, Build Liberia, Love
Oh,
Liberia.
okay.
Oh no, okay, I beg you. Let me come in. Obviously we have to
Okay.
think
Mm.
Liberia. Even
Okay.
if I am supporting CDC, my thought
Mm.
would be Liberia. It will not be President Weah. If I am supporting Cummings, my thought will still be Liberia. It will not be Mr. Cummings. If I am supporting Bwaka, my thoughts will still be Liberia and not Honorable Bwaka. So I mean that
No,
slogan just
it
came
shouldn't
up.
be in that other Think Liberia, Love Liberia, Build Liberia. We know where it's coming from.
No, that's not a political slogan for the Unity Party. That's not what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Trust me.
Well, so but then,
Uh,
but thank you so much,
but 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 but
and
but
that's where
Prince, Prince, Prince,
yeah,
Prince.
yeah.
Before you proceed, she could be right because these days, Bwaka is not saying that anymore. He is saying arrest. He using arrest, agriculture, reconciliation, reconstruction, and economic, blah blah blah. Arrest. That's what he's saying now. So that was
Okay,
2017. Think like bro, long like bro.
okay.
That was 2017.
In that case, then let me join
Mm.
my sister and say it's true that we all should love Liberia, we should think Liberia, we should build Liberia,
That's it.
but we should do that based on the premise of making sure that those who are going to be our leaders,
Mm.
they must be put under the microscope. They must be examined. They must give a vision of where they want to take the country. We shouldn't be selecting people based on I like this person or the person that my tribal person or no. We should just put Liberia first. Have a vision of what we want Liberia to be in the next 10 years. What we want Liberia to be in the next 15 years, and who can deliver that? What are the economics plan? What are the social plan? What are the country? What are the integrity skill or the integrity level that we can tie down to the premises? That's how we should address things. And we can all say that for a fact that we are given the benefit of the doubt, and then we are is now proving definitively that the people of Liberia yes made a mistake, and they should be doubtful of him, and even attempted to give him a second chance because his first chance had been squandered. I mean, Joseph Boga then squandered the 2 year opportunity, but we are blew he blew of first 6 years. So we're not gonna give you a second year, 6 year for him to squander anymore. So having said that, I think that the Liberian people knows better. They are the one who going through the condition. We may stay in the diaspora here and make a comment and give our own opinion, but Liberian people decided the course of the future comes 2023. And from the history of Liberian people, based
Mhm.
on the election history, statistics, and all those things, Liberian people are often very, 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 very cautious in giving incumbent a second round or opportunity unless that incumbent have given them a reason to do so. Joe, we have not given the Liberian people a reason to give him a second round. Even Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she had to convince the Liberian people, despite her of her impeccable performance in the first round, the first 6 years, she still had problem convincing Liberian people to give her a second round. Imagine George Weah now, who had failed dismally in his first year, has sent the country backwards. Do you think the people in Liberia will just give him a second round like that? I am doubtful for that. But however, if the Liberian people don't have a serious alternative option, if the opposition do not put for a united front and a definitive vision of where they want to take the country, it is more likely that George Weah may go to the second round. And in the second round, you'll still be massively defeated. You will not get that first round defeat. So thank you very much
Okay.
again, and to the callers then that were calling.
Mhm.
Just I know
Mhm.
they didn't ask question, but just to address
Mhm.
one or two of the comment the caller made. Look,
Mhm.
yes, President Weah can go and do whatever he want to do. He want to play music. He want to go by and play football and soccer. He can do whatever he want to do. In fact, I encourage him to make more music. I know I like his music. I encourage him to release more album as much as he can.
You love it music, but you don't play it.
Oh, I do play though. I play.
Okay.
How you know I don't play? Yeah,
But what we're talking,
I encourage him to make
I haven't heard that in your
the way
background.
election coming. I will encourage him to release at least 2 or 3 more albums. You know, so that we can listen to that. It's good. It's very entertaining. It kind of brings to the people mind whether he really serious for the presidency or if he's not serious for the presidency. It brings all this doubt in the mind of the independent voters and the undecided voters. A partisan would dance with the music, but the independent voters and undecided voters like myself, we will not dance with that music because we want a better music for Liberia, and that music will change. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, and I want to appreciate both of you guys for accepting my invitation to be on here. And I always count on you guys to bring you guys on here so we can talk and other people and then other person following the discussion. Anytime you want to come on, just let me know. I'll bring you on. It's open to all. We all will come here and discuss the issue. Nadi, want to say thank you, man. You've been following the show for Liberia, and now you're sitting on the platform. And I will always count on you to come on whenever you are less busy. I will always
Yeah,
count
thank
on
you, my
you.
guy, my ANC secret supporter, my silent voters.
uh, you know,
Definitely.
yes. Yeah,
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you. Thank you.
Thank you to
Appreciate
every one of
We
you.
would
It
we
was
would think
nice
Liberia
talking
love
to you.
Liberia will build Liberia, yeah?
it.
Good night,
All
guys.
right,
Thank you so
bring,
much.
all right, bring, yeah, thank you. Y'all can log out and me recognize a few people, yeah. So
Okay.
that's how it is. I want to say thank you for joining. And those are my two guest panelists for the day. And we've been discussing all of the issues. But before we go, we want to recognize folks that are following the broadcast. Welcome to all of you guys. Let me see if I can recognize some folks before I leave, before I take my exit. Josephine Buffy, Josephine Buffy, welcome, my dear sister. Joe Lomage Wim and Yondo Wape. Mr. Aji Wape said we are watching from Boston. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so let me see. All right, let me try to move my now he's struggling to leave, so let me try to move her. Okay. 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 Okay, so yeah, let me see. Yeah, Mr. Achi Wape, Dave Wape, and Yono Wape. They are all watching from Boston, Massachusetts. Thank you guys for following the broadcast. Vivian Wheeler said, Prince, President Weah did not threaten those people. He is speaking based on their initial agreement. He did not threaten them. He is speaking based on their initial agreement. So that's what Vivian Wheeler is saying. Okay. Okay, she said, Vivian Wheeler said, President Weah did not threaten them. He is speaking their based on their initial agreement. That's why they should seek elected office, not appointed office. Vivian Wheeler is saying that. Mana Emma Como, I want to say thank you for joining. Excited to have you, Mana Emma Como. So before I go, you guys need to also know that my birthday is on Friday. We have like uh 5 more days to my birthday, and I'll be accepting gifts. You guys can send me a gift, yeah, yeah, yes. And I would like for you guys to do post, post for me, man, on my birthday. Show some love on my birthday. Aquino B. Washing, Aquino B. Washing, thank you for following. Siata T. Townsend, hey, my dear friend Siata, the woman who shared myself from Shuffling Time, Maggie County. But she said that she will not accept that. She will take her mom county now, her father county. She is doing it the other way around. Yeah, she said she will take her father count or her mother county now, her father county. But anyway, she's also from shopping time and Gibi county because they were her father from. But she said no, I will take. I think she said Grandbassa or Bong, where her mother from. Siata, well, thank you for following. Mr. James Davis, thank you for following as well. When did we realize that PYJ is a killer? James Davis is saying that. But, well, we all know that Prince John is a killer. He fought the war, he killed people. He has always admitted to killing people. He said that was warfare, our guerrilla warfare. So if you don't kill your enemy will come and kill you. So by working on him, does that mean that he's not a killer? But anyway, that's James David there. Jesus is coming soon. Beware, Prince. Thank you for following. Samuel, Samuel Kosumulo Edwin, welcome. Thank you for following. Emmanuel S. Wasner, thank you for following as well. And the rest of the folks that have been following, I want to say thanks to all of you guys. Charles Lamanga Wim, Josephine Buffy, Ashiwape, Wape, Wape, Man Emma Coleman, rest of all y'all. I want to say thanks to Nadi Wallow for being here with us as guest panelist, and also Mr. Prince B. Williams, also for being on here with us as a guest panelist. But I want to say thank you. We'll be back again another time. This is the Dakpannah Show, and I'm your one and only, the indefatigable perspicacious Dakpannah. We'll be back again another time. Thank you all. Thank you all. So I want to say thanks to all of you guys. We will be back again with another top provocative discussion. Continue to share the live, continue to like the page. Normally when you're a host, you cannot give opinion. You only ask question, you only bring up the discussion, then you throw it at the rest of the panelists to have their say. So I will not have much say here. Maybe this week I will come on the political roster or discussing Liberia platform to be able to speak to one or two issues in the country from my own personal perspective. So thank you all. We appreciate all you guys for following. I want to say goodbye from my end.